All right. The next game up, we're talking about Denver and Cleveland, and you mentioned this in the sharp call segment.
Yeah.
Cleveland is a 2.5 point underdog. We know this is a luck under game. I kind of feel
Okay.
like the books are trying to trap us here, um, in that this is a pros Joe's game a little bit, but also like somehow the Broncos are only 2 games out of first in the AFC West, and they are in the playoff race. How does this make sense? And Cleveland
What,
is
the
starting
line?
a rookie quarterback.
It's going to be just because of the turnover luck. I think they had 10 turnovers in the last 3 games or something like that. This Denver team, which is just stupid. It's impossible to keep. And I would say anyone that took Denver last week feels like they got robbed just because they
Yes.
kicked 5 field goals. Like in a game where your defense is getting all these turnovers and you're just kicking field goals, it's like, what is happening here? That was a brutal bad beat. And that's why originally I wanted to be on Denver here, because it's just like it feels like I'm getting value on them just because they didn't cover last week and they did struggle offensively. But I took a step back and I listened to the guys and them give me the reasons why I should be on Cleveland. It does make sense and sound right, where it's like you have what's the best unit on the field in this game between these two teams? It's by far the Cleveland defense. And a strength of the Cleveland team is running the ball. What did we see last week with Denver's team? They still cannot
Ran all over
make,
him.
yeah, and they can't make tackles. Like the first guy can't make the tackle. They always need the second or third guy to bring the running back down. So, man, I hated this one because I wanted to fade Cleveland so bad. I mean, it's a rookie on the road. You can get Denver under a field goal. It feels like a really good number, but yeah, gotta listen to my brother and the pros. Like they got this one lined up, and I'm with them. Like if this ended up as one of our 5, I wouldn't be shocked, just because this is a good matchup for Cleveland's defense, especially going against a Denver team that is so reliant now on turnovers. Without the turnovers, they wouldn't be winning and covering these games these last couple of weeks, right? That's really what's changed this season around for that team. So yeah, Chad, one of those dogs where it's like I didn't see it. I needed others to tell me what I'm seeing, and now when they broke it down to me, it made sense. Where it's like, you're right. Like Cleveland is probably the good spot to take here. They're the better team. They're playing in a harder division. That's why like you throw the records out and you're just looking at these two teams just blank on a piece of paper, and it's just like, you know what? I get that Denver's been playing well. It just still feels like the best unit on the field is by far that Cleveland defense.
Look, the best player on the field might be Myles Garrett.
Yeah,
And
no doubt.
that defensive line, especially, we talked about this with the Ravens. It's a playmaking defensive line. It's not a defensive line that is just stopping people. It is a defense that is putting their team in a position to win week after week after week, no matter who is playing quarterback, no matter how good the other team is. The entire unit realizes, a little bit like the Steelers, like they have to step up and make plays, and they've got the athletes to do it. And with Jim Schwartz, they've got the scheme to do it. So yeah, I get it. To me, this feels like it needs to be our big balls bet of the week, because we're betting a quarterback in his second start, a rookie quarterback going to Mile High on the road as a short dog. Like there's no reason against a team in the Broncos that has, I think, won 4 in a row now. They
Yeah.
started the season 1-5, and they won in prime time. Like this is a big balls play to me.
Big ball is better of the week.
Big balls bet of the week. Cleveland Browns plus 2.5. One more stat. I want to get you bought in on big balls before I gave you another stat to make you feel even better about why we're doing it. I mentioned this earlier. Bet the dogs in low total games. NFL underdogs with games with a total of below 42. 60% against the spread since 2018 and 60%-ish this year. This game is totaled at about 35 and a half right now. And it's also a luck under, the luck rankings, which we're going to talk about. We got a luck matchup this week, a big luck matchup. Luck totals, which are performing very well. This is a luck under. Bet the Browns, bet the under.